Aloha. I came on today to redo my song. Voy a cantar mi canción otra vez. No estaba muy satisfecho la última vez y por lo tanto quiero hacer otra vez y cambiar mi canción un poco. I wasn't totally satisfied last time, so I wanted to come back on and do it again, and I want to change a little something. So voy a empezar. In this life, there'll be times when you're treated with the utmost disgrace and no kind of goodness at all can save you from this terrible fate. You pour them out an ocean, then ask, you're trying to drown me without a trace, then slow to trickles and are taunted. This puddle of yours is a total waste. So just pull everything you offer off the table, and from its crooked chair get so far away. Somewhere out there your values will be enabled. It's time to escape to a better place. A better place is all I need. One which takes my trail and shares with me to lead. In this life there'll be times when you can finally be disarmed. No more chip and camera over your shoulder. It's clear nobody here means you any harm. You pour them out an ocean and they just know. It's time to mask up and then dive in. And slow to trickles and they just know. The floating lantern boats await the shallow dens. Just go ahead and put it all on the table. Others will surround it, but it won't become a fray. Some will even revel in all these human fables, and they won't sell you out at a later date. A better place, dare I say, I found. At least I feel backed up enough to not be dragged down. That alone makes it a better place. Okay. Ahora estoy satisfecho con lo que canté. Right now, okay, now I am satisfied with what I sang, and years ago I had this, well, for many years I've had this idea that I wish that I could just sing out everything and not have to just say it plainly with words. I feel like anytime I write a poem or a song, I can express so much in a condensed space. And I'm going to add lyrics down below after this is over. And for now, I'm just going to mention some of the things from the song that I'm especially satisfied with. First of all, I'm very glad I got the term crooked chair in there, because that really underscores my wry sense of humor. Anybody who knew me before might be able to perceive the origin of this phrase, but regardless, it's these little details that make the huge difference in whatever you create. Others will surround it, but it won't become a phrase. Just underscoring my modesty. I mean, I feel like even if I do something really well, I'm going to be working with a niche market, and I know it, and it's difficult, but at the same time, eventually I can make peace with that notion. But one of the things I love about the songwriting process is that you can take your own modesty and put it in the spotlight and make it something of value, something that propels you, not something that pulls you down. So says someone from Generation X who grew up listening to grunge music. Somewhere out there, your values will be enabled is a really important line, because so much of what you accomplish depends upon what others will let you accomplish, and so much of what you show to others depends on what you're allowed to show. And you can be the exact same person and do the exact same things and get all kinds of different perceptions and reactions according to the people around you. And it's a difficult fact of life, but it's something you're going to have to, something that everyone has to contend with, maybe some more than others. I wanted to explain the line about the floating lantern boats. That idea came from the floating lantern festival that I went to this year, and the floating lantern boats are dependent upon the shallow shore. You know, that's where you have to release them. That's where you have to pick them up. And so that's taking the term shallow and actually spinning it in a positive light. And to me, that's something really exciting, because shallowness is one of the most despised things for me. That's one of the most despised things in the world. And yet somehow I found a way to turn that term upside down and make it a positive. And again, it's a small detail, but it's exciting for me. And, you know, it means a lot when you can take something from your daily life and apply it to your creative work. One which takes my trail and shares with me the lead. That is about how I perceive group membership. It's what I perceive group membership as needing to be like. You have to blaze your own trail, but in the end, you're all supposed to be part of a forest, and you're supposed to share the lead of that forest. And I really hate it when people don't let me blaze my own trail and try to confine me to their own. At the same time, I don't think that there are other trails nearby. And for me, the ideal thing is to be allowed to blaze my own trail, and also to be able to see others, and even be able to walk on others at times. And yeah, we all have to blaze our own trail, but eventually we have to share even our trails are going to be sharing the forest with other trails. And there are other things, but yeah, voya para ahora poso 충분히 말했어. My initial plan was to speak some in Korean, and there I finally did at the end. Before I go, I'm gonna show my background again, because one thing that blows my mind is like how blind people can be. Like I always have to have things things in the background. I always have to have supported things in the background because I'm so self-effacing, and it's very hard for me to believe that others care. And so I need to remember that there were times when people really did care. And I have something from a present student, all these past students, and then from the love of my life. And then over in the corner, I have a new painting, which is me supporting myself. And yeah. I actually did something really special today right before making this video, which was I had this idea to put the lines of a new poem in between the cracks of the broken Berlin Wall. And so very quickly, I'm going to read what I wrote because it actually really applies to the content of my song too. Whatever came between us can someday promote unity, a universal lost trust. What a noble mission it brings. To forgive the other side and cast aside all reasons for enmity turns the past wall to a symbol of regained pride, which you decorate to inspire all to believe. We can eventually break free. I'm not used to reading poems, so my cadence is off, but the message is right. So hope you like it. Take care.